cheers! No, okay, so this is my Lola's famous lumpias.
Family recipe. Hey everybody, welcome to
the best cooking show in the world.
2 chefs and a knife stuck in a box.
So awkward.
That was a very good dramatic pause.
I know. And a knife.
And a knife. Ta-da!
Details in the description if you want this really, really sharp knife. It's called Zaku.
All right, so what are we doing today, Chef Yam?
We're gonna make my Lola's Lumpia recipe. Shanghai Lumpia, the Filipino spring rolls.
Nice, they're delicious.
Yes.
I thoroughly enjoyed them.
Okay, this one will make a lot of people mad, I think. I don't know.
So this is her Lola's recipe. So you did say that there's a difference in it than any other one that you've seen.
Yes. There's an ingredient that I never would have guessed was in there, and also it's so addictive. And I've always wondered, why does hers taste different? I found out today, okay? You can mix it together.
Oh.
So basic ingredients in all lumpia recipes that I've noticed, it's always onion, carrot, celery, and garlic.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have 1 kg of ground pork, so this is the amount for that. So my mom said 1 carrot, but I'm just gonna cut it up into smaller pieces, so it's just easier. And then she said 1 stalk of celery. These are kind of small, so I'm gonna do like that. And then 1 whole onion. This onion's quite large. In the grocery stores, they're not as big.
Not at all.
No.
Tiny.
So I don't know if I want to use all of this.
How's that knife feel in your hand?
It's so sharp, it's digging in the cutting board. So about 1 medium onion. If you don't have a food processor at home, you can just dice everything up by hand, you know, really small.
For some weird reason, if you have a meat grinder attachment on a KitchenAid, you can use that too.
Why would you have a meat grinder attachment but no?
I'm just saying, you gotta cover all angles.
I feel like if somebody has a meat grinder attachment, they will most likely have a food processor. Somebody should prove me wrong. I will admit that I'm wrong, but I'm also like...
I'm just giving options.
Okay, so if you don't have a food processor or a meat grinder, then you would buy this knife because it's so sharp. You always have to use a sharp knife, okay? It makes cutting a lot easier. Run your knife like this over the veg. Never mind. Okay.
All right.
That was not.
That was a good show.
All right, so carrots in. I'm just gonna put everything in all at the same time. We'll do this much garlic. There are 3 very large cloves.
They're huge.
You can add more, you can add less. You don't want it too fine, okay? Just kind of like pulse it. Right?
Beautiful.
That's it. I have my ground pork on ice.
Just trying to keep me healthy.
Yeah. Okay, so again, I said that's 2 pounds of around 1 kg of ground pork. That looks about right. Okay, so here's the part where I'm just gonna wing it, okay? She did also say like a chicken stock granules, but so I just made my own paste here. So I did garlic powder, onion powder, chicken concentrate, and MSG. And I am pro MSG, so at home you'll put maybe 2 teaspoons of the Knorr chicken granules.
Your jacket's so green.
I got this on Amazon if you guys are wondering. And then just a little salt. And pepper, black pepper. I'm actually gonna put more salt. So other recipes right now, you'd either add fish sauce, soy sauce, I've been seeing oyster sauce, but my Lola does not put any of that. I was shocked. She actually puts cheese in it, okay? She recommends not Parmesan. My stepmom this morning, I talked to her, she said just cheddar or anything grated. So I have a combination of cheddar and jack. Is it jack? And how much do you ask? She just said not too much. So I'm gonna go with that. That looks like about half a cup.
Yeah, that looks like not too much.
That's like half a cup,
Yeah.
I guess. I think that's good. All right, and the best way to mix it is just get your hands dirty.
Always the best way.
So the cheese, actually, it would add another depth of flavor, add more umami. Actually probably adds kind of like a binder as well. It almost reminds me of our hash brown patty that we did, our stuffed hash browns. So it would make sense, and it also makes sense for allergens too. So now you don't put fish sauce in here, there's no oyster sauce, there's no soy sauce. Some people are allergic to soy, but now too bad dairy-free people.
There's like 0 Asian flavors in there.
Pork is
I meant aromatics, like
yeah.
some sauces to spice.
To see that I seasoned it enough, we're gonna just test a little bit out on. I'll let Chef Neil do that because he hasn't really been in the video too much.
Lonely. We're gonna just check the seasoning of it before you start making all the spring rolls. You want to make sure that it's properly seasoned, so get the best flavor.
Yeah, and you don't want to eat this raw because you'll get something with
pork.
that parasite.
Yeah, so you just take a little bit of the pork, you kind of just make like a little mini burger patty, and we just sear it off. Gonna flip it.
Okay, that's cooked enough.
All right, so we have our little burger patty. We're gonna try a little piece of it.
Tester. Mmm. That's good. Okay, so I have my spring roll wrappers here. Get a damp paper towel or something just to cover it so it doesn't dry out. To help seal it, I have just some cornstarch here and just a little bit of water. You're just gonna make a little paste. You can use flour too. You can use egg. And then this is also optional, but I have piping bags here.
Either that or very terrible party hats.
Yeah. You can use ziplock bag or you can just put it on manually. But I'm gonna use this because we have it. Especially if you're doing a lot, it's just, this would be easier.
You want to cut a pretty big hole.
So you do want a big opening.
You're just getting one spring roll per sheet?
Yeah.
No.
There's many different ways to fold your spring roll, but I'm just doing what I'm used to. Okay, again, I'm just gonna make sure that I'm covering the whole thing up with damp paper towel. You got your piping bag here. And you just pipe it on. And roll it up. So there's other recipes that use cornstarch. They say that it's going to have less black spots when you fry it, but my stepmom says this is not gonna look perfect. All right, so I have the corners all damp. And we're just gonna roll tightly. All right, so you're gonna use a really sharp knife. Again, details in the description. You're gonna just cut it into 4s. I've seen them use scissors too. That works. 1, and 2. That's it. And then I think Chef Neil's gonna make some too, right? Coming from an Asian family, they're very, very, very critical. As you can tell that I'm very critical with Neil. I yell at him all the time. Anyway, pretty sure I'm doing something wrong. I know people in the comments are gonna complain, but...
That's okay, it's my turn to get yelled at.
Now it's his turn.
I'm just gonna do what you just did.
Okay.
It's like you taught me how to do it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
gentle.
We're trying to get a spring roll off.
These are very, very fragile.
Fragile. Oh, are they Italian?
Yeah. With the cheese.
There we go. And like Chef Yam did, we're gonna cover it back up. Do. You gotta do this when you're working with any type of dough, even like phyllo or whatever. You always gotta make sure you keep it covered. All right, so we're gonna test this out, my mad skills. So we're gonna take the pork bag, start on the end. Like so?
Yeah, sure. This is my first time making it too, so...
Luckily I'm good at copycatting.
Yeah. Maybe not.
That's how I got through high school, just copying other people. So we want to try to go right to the edge here so it'll get a nice good seal.
Yeah.
That looks like some runny now.
That's good.
All right.
Mine.
Don't worry about the pork on your fingers right now. The pork should stick to it and it should catch it and just roll with it just like that.
You want to go tight. That's what I learned.
So we're gonna try to pull it back now a bit as we go to make sure all the corners are tight. And then once it gets going, you can just finish it off. And then we should have a nice wet seal. Look at that. There we go. Should we tap in the end?
Yeah.
Square it off like a cigarello. Okay, so we're gonna try to just guess the halfway point here. We're gonna match it up in half and cut it in half again. So you get 4 spring rolls, mini spring rolls out of 1 sheet, not the even.
Wow, that was really uneven.
It shows that they're homemade. I want to do another one. That was fun.
Okay.
We got a lot of pork to
We
get
have
through
a lot. I know. I probably should only did the one pack.
here. Like how many are we making here? Are we feeding
You're
the...
supposed to make these in advance and freeze them.
Oh, so this is something you can do like a food prep.
Yeah.
So you can make these ahead of time.
Yeah.
So we got this very nice looking digital thermometer from Chef Lola. It has simple use. Turning it off and on is just by flipping the probe up. See?
Yeah.
Ta-da! Very clear digital screen. No matter which way you use it, it'll just keep flipping
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
to the side.
That's cool.
We're gonna be frying the lumpias, so we're just gonna temp our oil here.
I would say 325. You don't want it too hot. Because, and also when you're temping, you're not touching the bottom of the pot and you're measuring from the center.
And you can see this is a very quick read thermometer. It just instantly jumped up to the temperature. So we're almost there.
I think that's
I think we are good.
Yeah. You don't want it too hot and you don't want it too cold. Too cold, you're gonna absorb too much oil. Too hot, you're gonna burn the outside before the inside cooks.
All right, we're gonna start dropping some of these in.
So my Lola, she fries this outside the house. And you can smell it. The whole street smells so delicious.
See, that was a good temperature. We got a good instant
Yeah.
oil in there once we dropped them, so that's a good sign that the oil was hot. You don't want to overcrowd because you don't want the temperature to drop. So we're just gonna stop right there. And then we will temp them with our Chef Lola thermometer when we think they're ready, just to make sure that they are fully cooked. Okay, as you can see, they're frying along nicely. We're just gonna give them a little check here. 154.
Not quite.
We're close.
It's 177.
So these are done now. So we're gonna scoop them out. Scoop instead of doing one at a time here. How do they look?
Delicious. It looks nice, actually. Okay, so this is my Lola's famous lumpias.
Family recipe.
Yes, Shanghai. They call it Shanghai. I don't know why. This is Chinese influence, I guess. Filipino cuisine.
They smell great.
Yeah, so we also have a little bit of sweet Thai chili sauce, which we use at home as well. Yeah, are you
And
ready?
then I'm ready to eat. They smell so good.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm going for a bigger one.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it
Go bigger, go
hot?
home.
Okay, I'll taste the one that I rolled, the triangle one.
The triangle one.
Okay.
The lightsabers.
Okay, so pork lumpia with cheese.
Cheers.
Cheese. We didn't cheers.
I just wanted to eat it.
I need to try it without the sauce.
Either way, it's good. It's delicious.
It's too distracting. I want to taste the MSG. Okay, there you go.
Good flavor on the pork.
Let's cheers properly. Without
Cheers.
the sauce.
Without the sauce.
It's moist, but the cheese adds moisture to it.
I love the fact that it's so much meat.
Yeah.
And not watered down with all the veg and all that, it keeps the structure of the meat.
Yeah, but there's enough veg that you can tell that there's carrots and stuff in there.
Yeah, you see the veg, but it's not watering. I gotta eat more.
I really like the carrots in there.
Carrots are good. I gotta have more. It's delicious. Oh, it's a hot show. Mmm. You hear the crunch on my mic? So good.
That is really good. I'm telling you, you cannot just eat, not even just two. Like, two is not enough.
That's like a platter for one there.
Yeah, like I can eat all of this.
You better get some of these home to Lola so she can try them out.
Because usually when I get home, they're all cold already, but I still eat it. They're still really good. But this is next level when they're right out of the fryer.
They're delicious.
Yeah.
Did we just throw you for a lumpia?
Yeah.
A lumpia.